Do you feel like the moment you wake up, you are being bombarded with emails, text messages, and unwanted thoughts? Are you stressed and feel like your brain is being hijacked and no matter what you do, you just can't seem to focus? Well, in our fast-paced modern world, those things are considered normal in today's society. But is it healthy? What if I told you that our guest today can teach you how to use your brain and not let it use you? Suze Schwartz is the CEO and founder of Unplug Meditation, which is the world's first drop-in secular meditation studio. You can also download the Unplug Meditation app that is led by 90 world-renowned meditation teachers, and the app has over 900 guided meditation videos. I don't know about you, but I'm so excited to have this conversation because I truly love meditating so much. It's changed my life in such a positive way. And just like Suze, I too think that the world will be a better place if everyone starts meditating. Hi, Suze.
Hi, thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you so much for allowing us to be in your studio and filming this.
How's it feel in here?
Amazing.
It's like so good vibes, right?
It really is. It's amazing. It's so calming. I read that before you started Unplug, you were a fashion editor living in New York and you were known as the makeover guru. So tell us how that transition took place, going from fashion to meditation, and where did the idea come from?
Well, I loved actually working in the fashion industry. I had worked at Vogue, Elle Marie Claire, and then I was at Glamour for 14 and a half years, doing makeovers on the beaches of South Beach, on the Oprah Winfrey Show, on all these different television shows. And I was moving very fast and never actually present in the present moment. I was always thinking about my next step or how to get this done, and not really kind of experiencing the here and the now. And my husband got an incredible job offer in Los Angeles after I had, as a joke, said, we should move to LA when I was here helping Robin Roberts on Good Morning America for the Oscars get dressed. And he said, we should just try changing it up. And I really didn't want to leave my dream job. I loved working in fashion. But when I moved here and I was here with my 3 kids at home, kind of settling them in, I was very stressed. And when I went back to work, I just found myself so stressed out. And my mother-in-law, fortunately, is a psychotherapist, taught me a 3-minute trick that completely changed my life. I went from totally stressed to totally calm in 3 minutes. And it was just by slowing down my breath and visualizing myself in my happy place. And afterwards I said, what was that? And she said, it's called meditation. You should learn how to do it. And it was 2012 at the time. It was very hard to learn. There were long courses, there were different types. And I'm like, well, where's the simple way to do it? And I realized that didn't exist. So I'm like, I should do that. And my husband, as a joke, said, you should really learn how to meditate first. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm going to learn how to meditate. I'm going to open up the studio. I have the whole plan, not even knowing what I was talking about. And I just kind of became obsessed. And when you become obsessed with something, an idea, you have to see it through. And that's how Unplug Meditation Studio was born.
I love that. You're so passionate about it and you just took the first step and then figured it out.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Well, I genuinely believe that anyone can do anything. If you have a goal or a dream, all you need to do is actually stick with it. And you can learn a little bit every day. You just have to take tiny steps and do things that move you forward, because a lot of people get distracted in this world. It's very easy. So we really have to kind of keep ourselves on the path to achieving our dreams.
How would you explain meditation for someone that may be watching and who isn't familiar with meditation or anything in that world? How would you describe meditation?
Meditation is, most simply put, establishing yourself in the present moment. So if there were to be a goal of meditation, it would be to be fully present in the here and the now. Not thinking about tomorrow, not thinking about yesterday, not thinking about 3 minutes from now, but actually being here now.
And what are the benefits of meditation?
There are so many benefits of meditation. My friend David G., who's a great teacher, always says, if this came in pill form, everybody would be completely addicted to it. I don't even know where to start. There's so many different scientific studies that prove that meditation can increase your memory, meditation can increase your focus, it can reduce your stress, it can help you sleep at night. These have all been proven. And then there are more that have not been proven, but that we see happen every single day here inside the studio or hear from our clients on the Unplug meditation app. So whether you are, here's the thing, is stress impacts all areas of your life. It causes illness. It actually can hinder pregnancies. It can do a lot of things that are really bad for you. Meditation has been scientifically proven to reduce stress. So in essence, meditation can help you be healthier. And right now in 2021, we're in this pandemic, and the CDC has recommended meditation as one of the 4 best things that you can do for yourself to keep yourself healthy.
How many different types of meditation are there? I think there's like 12, right?
That's it?
Oh, I don't know.
No. I like that. I mean, it's true. Like, okay, as my friend Olivia Rosewood says, there are more ways to meditate than there are to make an egg, and she loves all of them. I love all of them too. You could probably sum it up. And actually, I wrote a book called Unplug, A Simple Guide to Meditation for Busy Skeptics and Modern Soul Seekers that kind of tells you the different types of meditation. So you've got mindfulness, which is really just being present and experiencing the present moment and stretching out your present moment and your awareness of that. There is TM and Vedic, Transcendental Meditation and Vedic, where you're using a mantra, which is man means mind, tra means instrument. So it's like you use a word to kind of anchor yourself into the present moment. So you repeat, let's say it's Om, 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 let it go, mind wanders, you bring it back. So meditation is really just 3 things in every kind of way that you would do it. The first is you bring yourself to the present moment. You can use your breath, you can use a word, you can use a smell, you can use movement to do that, but that's step 1. Step 2 is you let it go. You just establish yourself in the present moment. You're here, it's now, you feel everything that's going around, you hear every sound, you just are still and silent in the moment. And then your mind will wander. We have 50 to 80,000 thoughts every single day. That's about a thought a second. So our mind is going to wander. It's not going to wander. So when you notice it, oh, I'm not meditating anymore, you bring it back like a bicep curl to your breath, to the word, to the smell, to the sound. So let's just say breath. Breathe, let it go, mind wanders, bring it back. Breathe, let it go, mind wanders, bring it back. And this is the dance that everybody does in meditation all the time. So whatever kind you're doing that movement of bringing yourself into the moment, letting it go, noticing your mind wandering, and starting all over again.
So how would you choose which one is right for you?
Well, for me, I personally love to switch it up all the time. So that's why Unplug has sound baths, breath work, guided visualization, mindfulness, mantra, aromatherapy, crystal healing, chakra balancing. We even could show you your spirit animal. We do everything. And for me, that's what keeps me engaged and consistent. But some people, a lot of people do a transcendental meditation practice where they're doing, using a mantra, and they do the same thing every single day, and they're okay with that. So it really is a personal preference. So for people who come to Unplug or use our app, they love that element of surprise and delight every day, where you don't know what type you're going to be doing, but you get to experience all the different ways that you can really get to the same place, which is calm, present, aware that you're actually calm and present.
Okay, so when someone is meditating, how do you know if you're doing it right? Is there a right or wrong way in doing it?
I love the question of how do you know if you're doing it right? Because so many people don't know. They're like, wait, how am I doing this right? My mind, or they'll come out of a meditation and they'll say, I was thinking so much. Well, guess what? You're still doing it right.
Really?
The only way to do it wrong is to fall asleep, because then you're sleeping and you're not meditating. And that happens to a lot of us, okay? So, a lot of people will just their head will go like this and that'll wake them up. But the way to know that you're doing it right is if you even notice one breath. And you are present for that breath, you are doing it right. So you breathe, you let it go, just sit in the present moment. And then when your mind wanders, you notice it and you come back. That's it. I know that sounds so simple. I know a lot of people say, but I had 1,000 thoughts. They'll even say that after I explain that to them. You are going to think in meditation. You cannot turn off the thoughts.
It's about being aware that...
It's about being present and being aware that you're present. Okay, I'm going to tell you something really complicated, and I don't know if people will follow it or if you will follow it, but someone said this to me when I first started, and I thought it was genius. When you first start meditating, you're totally unaware when you are unaware. We walk around and we're just kind of doing everything, not even aware of what we're doing when we're doing it. The second thing is you actually become aware when you are aware. And then the third stage is you're totally unaware that you're aware all the time.
Wow.
And I love that. I'm still somewhere in between 2 and 3.
Yeah. How do you apply the teachings that you learned from the mat to real life situations? Because in the moment when things happen, stressful moments, sometimes you can't even think. How do you become more present and then remind yourself of the teachings that you've been learning from meditation?
So one of the best things that I've learned from meditating every single day is that I don't have to react to everything that comes my way. I can pause, take a moment, and choose how I will respond. That has been the greatest gift. I also have more awareness on how my ripple is affecting people around me. So for instance, if I'm stressed and I walk into a room, I can make everyone stressed in the room. But if I'm calm and positive and I walk into the room, I can do the same to everyone else. So I know the way that I am has an impact on everyone around me. So I really try to connect with who I want to be every single day.
What has been the most life-changing lesson that you have learned since you started meditating?
The best lesson that I've learned since I started meditating was the 16-second technique to calm. This was taught to me by David G, and it's used by Navy SEALs, and it's used by all of my kids. We've taught it to millions of people on Beachbody On Demand, on the Unplug app, and in all of our classrooms. And it's simple. It's a box breath where you just simply breathe in through your nose to the count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4, and hold your breath for a count of 4. And I'll guide you through that a little bit later.
Absolutely.
But what I love about that is it forces you to pause, but also by slowing down your breath, you send a signal to your brain that everything's okay, even when it's not. So whether you are having a panic attack, an anxiety attack, or someone's just driving you crazy, if you do that simple box breath technique, you can choose how you will respond and calm yourself down at the same time. Because I believe that stress is actually optional. I'm not saying we're not going to have things that are stressing us out, but I believe that we can control how we respond to stress.
Absolutely. In just 16 seconds, we can do that all day. Mm-hmm. Okay, and lastly, before we do the 16-second meditation, what is your favorite meditation to do on your app and why?
Oh, I think there's so many that I love, but the one that pops into my brain all the time is Your Ideal Life with Johnny O'Callaghan. And I love that meditation so much because he guides you on a visualization where you see your ideal life. on the big screen. And I always get so surprised at what I see, and it changes all the time. I've done that so many times, so I can really see what it is that I want more of in my life. And I've been so surprised by the things that have popped up. There's the second one that I love too, which is called Your Future Self, where you can see yourself in the future and give yourself a message today. And that is kind of one of my favorite ones too. So I really like I also like hypnosis for weight loss, hypnosis for motivating yourself to work out. Like there's just, honestly, there's so many that I love. It's like picking my favorite child. It's very hard to do.
I was looking through your app yesterday after I did the stress meditation. I loved it so much. I saw the hypnosis. What is that all about? Because I know some people are like afraid of being hypnotized.
I understand. We're not making you quack like a duck. Okay, so a lot of people think of hypnosis that they think, I'm going to go on stage and humiliate myself. It is not that. At any time you can open your eyes, at any time you feel control of yourself. But what hypnosis does is it goes beyond the conscious mind and goes into the subconscious mind. Wow. So sometimes we walk through life and we're like, wait, how did I even get here? I was walking and I didn't even remember walking. So we go to that part where all the bad qualities are, and we rewire them. Wow. So for instance, I used to love, and I don't do it anymore, but I did it for decades, just putting my hand in a box of cereal and going like this, and I would do that and I would be completely unconscious of the fact that I'm doing that. Now, after doing that one hypno session, which is hypnosis for weight loss, I just don't even do that anymore. So there are other things too, like tapping. I don't know if you tapped into that yet.
No, but I will.
Tapping is it's like hypnosis and acupuncture combined, but it's acupuncture. Instead of using needles, you're just kind of tapping different points of your face, like this part, this part, this part, and you're saying things out loud when you're doing it. And by doing that, you're actually rewiring your brain. And it is one of the weirdest meditations you'll ever do, but it really works and locks it in. So we have tapping out sugary carbohydrates, we have tapping out anxiety, we have all these different tapping meditations on there.
Honestly, I've never done it or heard about it, but it just resonates. I feel like
people love it.
Just makes sense. Like it's really powerful.
Yeah, people love that. Have you ever done a sound bath before?
I have.
Sound baths are amazing. I would say sound baths are like massage, but you're getting massaged by the sound vibrations, because our bodies have so much water, and the vibration of sound actually makes the water move inside of your body, so you feel like you're being massaged. Plus, think about the organs in our body. They're all running on different frequencies. Like your heart could be going really fast, or a different part could be going at a different speed. But when the practitioner plays the bowls, it almost tunes your body to feel completely calm and one and centered. And I love that. I mean, I could go on and on. There's just so many inside the Unplug meditation app to experiment with. Full moon, new moon. I love that too, every single time.
I love that. What about you? Let's try the 16-second meditation.
Are we ready to try the 16-second meditation? It is so simple. And I like to kind of do this so that you can be completely stressed out first and feel how it shifts your mood inside of yourself. So if you don't mind, I'm going to stress you out. I promise not to make it too deep. This isn't therapy. And then we will do the 16 seconds. So just close your eyes. And just for a second, I'd like you to imagine that you have a very important Zoom call, but the Wi-Fi is not working. You can't get in. Okay, hopefully you're feeling stressed by that time. Raise your hand if you're feeling stressed. Can't get into that very important Zoom call. Okay, she's feeling stressed. So now I'd like you to imagine yourself breathing in through your nose to the count of 4, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 4 seconds. 2, 3, 4. And an audible exhale out for 4 seconds. 4, and hold. One more time. In through the nose for 4. Holding our breath for 4. Audible exhale out for 4. And hold. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Were you thinking about that stressful thought when we were counting and breathing at the same time?
No, I was counting on the breaths.
It's called a pattern interrupt. And it really works for everyone because what we do is we interrupt the pattern of stress. We say, no, thank you. And then we come back, slow down our breath, send a signal to our brain that everything's okay. So that's just a short, simple one, but there's so many more that you can learn on the Unplug meditation app.
I love that. All right, guys, thank you so much.